What up, everybody? This your boy, the Black Kakashi, and I'm here to talk about my top 10 characters of My Hero Academia. Now, I won't go into spoilers, so you don't have anything to worry about. Number 10, Tokoyami, the half-man, half-bird badass of Class 1A. He's underrated in my opinion and could easily become a top 10, maybe possibly top 5 hero in the future. Thanks to his quirk Dark Shadow, which is kind of like a stand, but people can actually see it and it's a part of his body. Now, if you don't know what a stand is, it's something from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. It is a visual manifestation of life energy, an entity physically generated by its owner and possesses abilities beyond that of an ordinary human. So Dark Shadow becomes extremely strong when it's nighttime. The only thing holding him back is because of two weaknesses. The fact that he can't control it, and he can't control it when it's nighttime, and that his major weakness is fire or any type of strong light. Now, when he was first introduced, I thought, man, this dude's a badass, and his character design is awesome. He was practically unstoppable until he fought Bakugo, and when he got to shine in Season 3 with Dark Shadow wreaking havoc in the forest. But I think that line mentioned about them beating All Might was kind of a far stretch. You can't beat All Might because he's freaking All Might. Come on. Number 9, Stain. The man that changed the foundation of what My Hero is today. One of the most hyped anti-heroes / villains in history. The blood-licking, blood-swallowing man himself. Now I see why Toga likes him so much, because she licks blood too. She sucks on that blood too. Not that kind of suck. I'm sorry about that. Hold on, Chris Hansen. I ain't mean it like that. The hero killer, Stain. Now, when I finally got to Stain after hearing how people were praising him on YouTube and social media, I couldn't wait to get to him. But once the arc was all said and done, I didn't really like him, to be honest.
You what?
Yes, you heard me correct. I didn't like him. I thought he was an overhyped character that didn't deserve the love he was getting.
Stay off the weed.
But after watching My Hero numerous times and reading the manga on multiple occasions, I came to appreciate him more and get why people loved him and how important he was. He was simply someone that wanted to change the hero system and wanted to separate the real heroes from the fake ones. The ones he deemed worthy of the hero title were spared, and the ones who weren't were killed or gravely injured. The only hero he respected was All Might, claiming that All Might is the only one that could kill him. He might have went about his ideals the wrong way, but his will and determination were unrivaled. I don't know why I stuttered with that. I had it right. Except for All Might, of course, because his will is God tier. His will was so strong that despite being outnumbered and injured, that he had Endeavor, Gran Torino, Shoto, and others scared shitless, thinking they were going to lose or die. He inspired the heroes and the villains and will always be a legend in My Hero for the impact he made. I hope we see him again in the future. And side note, this isn't really a spoiler, but when All For One got arrested and put in prison, he's locked up next to Stain. Now, I don't know why they didn't show this in the anime, because they missed out on a huge reveal and hype moment. I hope it wasn't because they thought Stain was going to steal the thunder from All For One, or maybe there is some hidden agenda behind that move. Number 8, Shoto Todoroki, the icy hot bastard himself, the pretty boy of Class 1A and the son of the former number 2 hero Endeavor, who is now the number 1 hero. That isn't a spoiler. Shoto is one of the coolest, no pun intended, and popular characters in the show. He's like one of the only people we know so far that has more than one quirk. When he was first introduced, he gave me Neji vibes just because of how he acted and his ideals. He was primarily created to do what Endeavor couldn't do, which was to surpass All Might. That caused him to hate his father and only use his mother's powers. Deku saved him from his past and made Todoroki realize that it's his quirk and not his father's, and gave us one of the hypest moments in Season 2. The ability to use fire and ice was always badass to me. Like, if this was a top 10 quirk list, he'd definitely make the top 5. Like, I always love seeing him do that OP ass move of his that shoots the gigantic ice wall. Like, I've always loved seeing that. He's also a part of the big three of Class 1A and a future top 3 hero. Number 7, Shigaraki, the main antagonist himself. Tomura Shigaraki, the next incarnation of destruction and the next successor of All for One. Shigaraki is one of those characters that is just raw for no reason. Like, this man is already considered a GOAT and hasn't done anything major yet. He has a very tragic backstory that is revealed in the recent chapters of My Hero, and he's gained some incredible feats since the last time he encountered Deku back at Kamino Ward. Now, I won't go into spoilers, but let's just say he puts the OP in One Piece. With a deadly quirk like decaying people just by touching him, he has every right to be considered a future threat to the world and our main man Deku. Number 6, Hawks. Now, if you're an anime only watcher, I won't be spoiling anything, but all I'll say is Hawks is the GOAT. He's always dripping in sauce, and he's the number 3 hero. My bad, he's the number 2 hero. He's basically just a carefree guy that would much rather have free time instead of doing all this hero stuff. He's only 6 years older than Deku and the others, so the fact that he's a top tier hero at a very young age means a lot. Can't wait to see him in the anime, even though he's gonna appear in the new My Hero movie as well. Number 5, Aizawa Sensei, aka Eraserhead. Now, this guy right here is so badass and is the Kakashi of this universe just by the way he acts, and the fact that his eyes turn red is another comparison. Freaking phone going off. Don't mind the Kamehameha. All he wants to do is, sleep and be left alone. He's really strict with his methods, but he really cares about his students and making sure that they are trained properly for the future. Now, if I was a hero, I'd most likely be like Aizawa. Even though as much as I would love to be All Might, I'm too honest to not be Aizawa. His quirk is the ability to erase people's quirk for a short amount of time. Short amount of time. Quirk and shirt. Tongue twister. Now, one of my favorite moments from him was in season 1 when all the villains pulled up at USJ wanting to kill All Might. And when Aizawa pulled up on all of them and Deku was like, "Wait, are you sure you can handle them?" And he was like, "I wouldn't be considered a GOAT if I was a one-trick pony." He jumped off the stairs and gave them them fucking hands. And just like Batman, his hands don't discriminate. The first person he attacked was a woman, straight up drop kicked her ass and kept it moving. He has another GOAT moment that happens in season 4, but I won't spoil anything. Number 4, the number 2 hero, Endeavor. The Vegeta of My Hero, and now the number 1 hero. He's one of the most hated characters in the show and one of the most loved characters on the show as well. Now, he's hated for a good reason for all of the bad things he's done to his family, like not letting Shoto have a proper childhood. He's the reason why Shoto has the burn mark on his face. No, his father didn't do it on some Zuko shit. His own wife did it, and he put her in the hospital for it. Like, she burned him, and he punched her. Well, they didn't say what he did, but he just know he hit her. But I gotta admit, despite him being an asshole, he's fucking badass. Like, when he pulled up on that Nomu in season 2 and washed that motherfucker, I was like, oh hell nah, this dude is raw. Gordon Ramsay type of raw.
Fucking raw!
And from that moment on, I became an Endeavor fan. Like, his character design is boss as well. He has a fire mustache. That's GOAT status right there. He also has STSD, which is Shoto Traumatic Stress Disorder. This is a disorder that makes one scream out Shoto on random occasions. Now, the reason why he's loved is the same reason why he's hated. Now, I won't go into spoilers, but Horikoshi decided to give Endeavor his own moment to shine, and this angered, quote unquote, My Hero fans, causing them to send death threats and stuff to this man. Now these same fans are the ones that be drawing all of those weird ass fanfic photos of 2 characters and shit, so they aren't the real fans of the show, so F them. Endeavor earned his spot as the number 2 hero despite his demeanor, and will one day prove that he deserves the title of number 1 hero. Number 3, our green haired boy Deku. the main protagonist of the show and the future greatest hero ever. Now, when you look back at Deku's journey, it's great. He started off as an All Might fanboy, like many people, but he was quirkless, leaving him to not pursue his dreams of being a hero. But that didn't stop him one bit. He was basically collecting data on practically everyone. He had data of their moves, strategies, etc. Now, he's a serious threat to anyone when he has time to use his brain and come up with a plan. Aizawa said that him and Deku are the center of everything that revolves around Class 1A. They are the reason why the classmates push themselves to be stronger and be better because they see how they act. Sometimes I wish that we could have started the show with current Deku, including the manga version as well. Like, I wish we could have started with that version of Deku because then he probably would be at like 50% by now. And as I'm saying this, I realize that it would probably be a stupid idea unless it was done right. Now, I kind of see myself in Deku as well because we both love All Might so much. And that's all I'll give. Like, I always get a good laugh at Deku's dorm room being filled with All Might related things. But that's still my GOAT though, so. Because if I was a kid, my room would be full of Superman shit. And I love Superman just as much as Deku loves All Might. Now, one of my favorite moments to this day, besides a certain moment in season 4, is the fight between him and Muscular. At the time, I was watching the anime first, and then I read the chapter of that episode afterwards. So when I first watched this moment, it was so emotional. Seeing Deku damn near about to die made me forget that Deku was gonna be fine because he's gonna become the world's greatest hero in the future. Like, the whole time I was like, I know my nigga All Might gonna save him so I could chill. But Koda was his savior. After that, Deku delivered one of the most hypest moments in Deku's life. When he shouted, "One for all, 1,000,000%. I freaking screamed, bruh. And I was turning the fuck up in my bed watching it happen, bruh. Like, I was going so crazy, bruh. Man, it was so freaking hype when that happened. And he's the character that inspires everyone like All Might, which is why he became the successor of One for All and has been a legend ever since. Number 2, Miryo, aka Lemillion, aka LeGoat. The man who was closest to being the number 1 hero, Miryo Togata, one of the big 3 of UA High. Manga fans know why he's the GOAT, and anime fans will know why as well. This man has one of the most bizarre quirks that required a lot of hard work to pull off and make him the legend he is today. This guy is too hard to talk about without giving any spoilers. Well, I mean, I already gave you a spoiler, his hero name, so I'll stop there. All I can say is that till this day, he's my favorite character and undisputed GOAT. And number 1, All fucking Might, aka the number 1 hero, aka the symbol of peace, aka ha ha ha, have no fear because I am here. That low-key kind of sounded like him though when I said the I am here. The anime Superman and the undisputed heart and soul of my hero. When he steps onto the scene, get ready for hype, laughs, and safety. He was the world's symbol of peace, but since giving his quirk to Deku, that time faded away season by season. And when he delivered the "you can become a hero, you can be or become a hero," it's still a tearjerker. My undisputed GOAT moment with him that still gives me chills to this day, and I can watch it once a day like Deku did, was his fight with Nomu. His power fading away with like a minute to spare, so he decides to go beyond his limits and go plus ultra. Each punch was sending shockwaves throughout the whole building, which was making it incredible, by the way. And according to him, he would have beaten Nomu with 3 punches instead of 300 punches in his prime, which makes me love him even more. Like, he was quirkless as well, which made him love Deku like a son. Now, when they both delivered the double Detroit Smash in the movie, it was so fucking hype. seeing Deku hit that slow motion flex run and then take off like the Flash. Man, I might have to go watch that scene after this video, bruh. And then All Might flexing in mid-air like he was in a video game or something was so funny and amazing at the same time. Like, All Might will always be the center of My Hero and the best character on the show. He's the reason why most people started and loved the show in the first place. And I feel like he deserves his own spin-off showing his life leading up to season 1 of My Hero. Like, seeing Prime All Might in his other costumes would be so clutch and very much needed. I can talk about All Might for days. Oh wait, I already did. Check out my All Might video while you're here. And thank you for watching the video. Let me know who your top 10 My Hero characters are. And if you liked what you saw, Detroit, smash that like button, share, subscribe, and remember, go beyond plus ultra.